it's Lee with the Brain Performance Center. Here it is August, and we're still stuck in this pandemic, and we're still seeing COVID-19 cases all across the United States every day. And honestly, I thought we would be done with this. I at least thought that we would be on the other side, but we're not. And I'm starting to feel a little stuck, particularly in my decision-making process. And I think about all the families that have kids going back to school and the decisions that they have to make. Will their kids go back to school? Will that be good for their kid? Will that make their kid anxious? Will their kid have to do online training, which is very difficult, which they can't focus on? Or will it be a combination? As an adult, will you be returning to the workplace? Or will you be trying to use your home as an office and a school? If so, do you need to make some physical changes? If you were laid off as an impact of COVID-19, you certainly thought you'd be back to work by now. So you're saying, if not by now, will I ever? Decisions, decisions, decisions. Even in good times, we tend to find it hard to make decisions because we want to stay in our comfort zone. We want to just do those things that don't require a lot of willpower. So in bad times, how do you make good decisions? Well, you know me, it all starts with the brain. Everything you do, you don't do. It's all about what's going on in the brain. So when you're making a decision, you've got to use both sides of the brain. It's important to find balance between the left side, which is reasoning, and the right side, which is emotion. So think about it. Decision-making, idea processing, that's all up here on the left side. But if you don't factor enough emotion into that decision from the right side, there are things that won't happen. There's a certain part of the brain that won't activate. That nucleus accumbens doesn't activate. If that doesn't happen, you don't get any dopamine, and dopamine is that feel-good, that really feel-good neurotransmitter. It's part of our reward system. So if you don't have that going in your decision-making process, you're just going to stick right in your comfort zone, and you're probably going to be pretty unmotivated to work towards that decision. Another thing to think about is consider your state of mind when you make a decision. Are you hungry? Are you angry? Are you tired? Are you lonely? If you're feeling one of those or all of those, you're going to be more vulnerable to make a more emotional decision. You know, that tug between logic and emotion, it's been there since the beginning of time. And that's what makes us special as mammals. We have the right to decide what we want and what we need. Think about the power behind each decision that you make, the effects that decision will have on other people, and each decision may cause a chain of events. One thing I try to do in my decision-making process is listen to my gut. My gut is my second brain. And you know, when I'm going back and forth between this or this, I kind of try to tap into my intuition, because intuition is a very powerful tool for decisions. Instead of thinking about the pros and the cons, stop and notice, what are you feeling? Are you feeling relief when you have that thought? Are you feeling excitement? Or do you feel a tightness in your chest? Physical differences? Research shows that our intuition can reach us on a visceral level way before our conscious catches up. So if you have a funny feeling in your gut, take some time and explore that. Do you remember that hunch that you had, that you played, and it really paid off? Tune into your inner wisdom. You know, one mistake I think we all do is we ask other people what we should do. Don't do that. It makes it so much more difficult. You ask 4 people, you get 4 opinions. It leads to confusion. It leads to second guessing. Instead of asking other people, ask yourself the right questions. Use your critical thinking. Use your CRAP, your clarity, your relevance, your accuracy, your precision. Factor that into your decision making. There's a great book, Decisions, The Art of Effective Decision Making, and Dr. Welch talks about if you're not self-reflective in your decision makings, you're going to make bad decisions because you didn't know what you wanted in the first place. Most importantly, think about your core values when you make a decision. And when you have alignment between your core values and that decision, you're going to be motivated. You're going to want to make it happen, and it's going to be successful for you. So I hope you have one takeaway to try when you're making the decisions in the next few months. And if I can help you in any way, please let me know.